What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the newest episode of the Realistic Rebuilds, and today we are doing the Tennessee Titans, which was voted on by you guys. Lots of Titan suggestions in the last video's comments, as well as follow me on Twitter, which is at PapaXC4. I usually will post a Twitter poll to gauge people's interest in what team they want to see rebuild, and overwhelmingly the Tennessee Titans won this week, so we are going to see if we can win with Marcus Mariota. Now, Mariota's a guy, I don't think, he's one of those players that if you think 5, 6, 7 years down the road, he might be in real life in contention for the MVP. But in terms of the Madden simulation, he's not a name that's I don't think I've ever been there once. Maybe one time. Maybe. I was contemplating going spread offense because that's what he ran so effectively at Oregon when he won the Heisman. We all know how the spread offense kind of takes an effect. But, I think what I'm going to do here is that, there's been a couple, I'd say maybe 3 or 4 of our actual rebuild wins. We've won it within, a couple years. We didn't have to go the full 5 years. But I will say right now, if this Tennessee Titans team goes 4 years without making the playoffs or 4 years without being very good, because Mariota is, coming from a spread offense with Chip Kelly at Oregon, for that 5th and final year, we will flip to a spread. So as you can see, actually, the head coach is Mike Vrabel, the new head coach, who was formerly the DC of the Houston Texans. So what I did was I gave the Tennessee Titans the Houston Texans playbook, and they're running a 4-3. Like, I thought for sure they were a 3-4 front. I guess I'm wrong. So unless something is really glitched out here, this is the Houston Texans playbook, and this is what, I don't think the, what do you call it's changed, has it? The, what do we got here? Offensive, defensive, offensive. Oh, it stays as an attacking 4-3. That makes sense. It's just the play calls. Okay. Well, I digress. I actually like the Tennessee Titans defense in a 4-3 more than a 3-4. So let's take a quick look here at the roster breakdown. Obviously, we have Marcus Mariota, 82 overall with a quick dev trait. He is going to be, if we win or lose, it's going to be how well he develops. From previous experience, if we can win with like an 80, 87, 88 quarterback minimum. So I definitely feel like after a year or two, he should get up to that point. The running back, we're going with Derrick Henry. Hopefully in the offseason we can cut to Michael Murray. That frees up some cap space. But Derrick Henry's an absolute beast, and we're going to be running with him. The wide receiver spot, we have Rashard Matthews. We have Eric Decker, who I decided when I was kind of going through the roster, we're going to throw him on the trade block. Because in reality, he's not going to develop a whole lot. And Corey Davis and Taiwan Taylor, or Taiwan, we'll go Taiwan, it looks like Taiwan. From Western Kentucky, I think these two guys here could definitely be, a major part of our core. Matthews is 27, he's a little too old for our 5-year rebuilds, but I mean, if you look at Corey Davis, Taiwan Taylor, and Tajay Sharp, those could be 3 wide receivers that could develop all in, obviously Corey Davis. What's his dev? A quick dev, like Corey Davis can get up into the 90s, Taiwan Taylor get mid-80s, and Sharp could be low 80s. Like, that's a good 3-headed wide receiver attack, and we keep our own, not the explosion of free agency. But we'll just wait and see what happens after year 1. Tight end, obviously we have to get younger a little bit. We have Jelani Walker, who's a 98, which is absolutely ridiculous, but I will take it. And we're definitely running with Jonnu Smith here as our second tight end. Offensive line is pretty set, at least in the 2 tackle spots. We have Taylor Juan, who's 86. He's 26 as well, perfect age. Spain's 25, and he's a 79. So that, again, we probably will be able to avoid having to draft heavy in the offensive line because he should get up to like 83, 84, something like that, I would imagine. Center, we'll probably have to look at getting at center at some point, but until then, Ben Jones is serviceable. Same goes here for right guard. And then right tackle, we have Jack Conklin. So it's usually better. Tackles, I've found since the last couple of updates that have really changed the dynamic of draft classes. I found like before, I don't know what patch exactly what it's, but say before the last 2 game updates they've done, drafting offensive line was super easy, but now I find like it's still easy to get guards and centers, but the tackles, like there's not a lot of high bench pressing tackles. So yeah, we're lucky there. On the defensive front, like I said, we switched to a 4-3, so we changed some players around. So we took Kevin Dodd, who was kind of just, floating around there, outside linebacker. We're going to move him to defensive end, see if that helps him out any. Same with Jarrell Casey. I think we're going to keep Jarrell Casey. Looking at his stats, he's still, even though he's 305 pounds, which is massive for a 4-3 defensive end, you usually want your 4-3 D ends to be, depending, outside if you want like a pure speed rusher, probably around that 260, 265, no more than 275. But we're gonna see how Casey goes. Sometimes the sim is really wonky, and they'll play better than expected. Daquan Jones, however, went from I think he was an 81 DN to an 84 D tackle, and we're going with Austin Johnson there, trying to utilize these young players that the Titans have drafted that aren't getting a lot of play time. Outside linebacker, we had Wesley Woodyard to outside. And then we have Derek Morgan here. We're going to get rid of Derek Morgan. He must be like how is he still employed? I don't think he's ever had more than like 6 or 7 sacks in a season. So goodbye. So we'll have Wesley Woodyard, we'll have Avery Williamson, who's already looking kind of like the second face on this defense. We'll have Brian Arakpo here for now, but I'm definitely looking at linebacker as a position I think we can greatly upgrade, especially with Arakpo and Woodyard being so old. Looking at the secondary, we have Logan Ryan, we have Adoree Jackson. I'm really liking that 81 overall that Adoree Jackson is getting with that quick dev. That looks like absolute money. Logan Ryan, I'm not so high on him developing, but at least we have one of our corners locked down here. And then free safety, Kevin Byard, who's all-pro, 91 overall, money. Strong safety, you have Cyprian, who's serviceable, but we'll probably... the fact is, realistically, there's only a couple spots where we really need to build on this team. Makes it so it's not going to be an absolute headache of a rebuild. So let's see if we get any offers for Eric Decker. If not, we'll just jump right into the regular season. Well, I did not expect this. Even though Eric Decker's stats at the Jets where he was getting double-digit tight ends might warrant it, well, we got a couple second-round pick offers here. We got a second, a fifth, and a sixth from Kansas City, a second from Arizona. I'm just second and a fifth from Cincinnati, a linebacker, an 80 linebacker, Kwiatkowski, who's like 23, 24, a fifth and a seventh. But we don't really need a middle linebacker so much, so I'm going to take this Kansas City Chiefs offer. And we are definitely stretching realistic a little bit, but when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers, a guy like Eric Decker, he could be incredibly valuable to them. Because when you look at the wide receiver core outside of Tyreek Hill, they don't really have anyone that's as good of a player as Eric Decker was coming out of the Jets. Wilson's not there. You got Chris Conley's not quite there, not as proven. So, yeah, there we go. We will take that offer. Thank you very much. Let's get into the regular season. So here we are at contract time. Based off of our record, maybe switching to a 4-3 wasn't a good idea, so I switched us back to a 3-4. But still, look at these players. Avery Williamson, he's 25. We got 25 Daquan Jones. I think between Klein and Spain, we should be able to draft one of these guys. That should be fine. So because of the age, he's only 27. We'll see if we can get back Spain. Worst case scenario, we'll let both these guys walk because I think it's fairly easy to replenish our guards in the draft. So Williamson and Jones will be the two guys we try to bring back. So we were at season's end, and in 2017, the Titans obviously made the playoffs. And with us, they did not. They did not even look good. 4-12. Bottom dwellers of the AFC South. Where do we pick? Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie. If we suck, I don't think out of all the rebuilds, I might have had the #1 overall pick once. Come on, man. We don't need the quarterback. I know they're still kind of chasing the unicorn bit for watching my rebuilds because I've never been able to get one of those 85, 86 super standard F quarterbacks. Come on, man. We're going to suck. You might as well suck the best, not suck the third best. Look at the stats, how we played on the season. We got 3,500 passing yards, 16 TDs to 16 picks for Mariota. That's not good. 45 sacks given up with the offensive line we have is also not very good. We ran the ball well. Derrick Henry, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. That's acceptable. 10 TDs chipped in from DeMarco Murray. We got 831 yards, 3 TDs from Rashard Matthews, 601 for Corey Davis, almost 701 for Delaney Walker, almost 706 from Taywan Taylor. Disappointing season all around, though. Mostly comes down to Marcus Mariota. On the defensive front, we got 137 tackles here from Avery Williamson. We got 8.5 sacks from Jarrell Casey, 7 from Daquan Jones, 6.5 from Kevin Dodd, 6 from Brian Arakpo. We also have 6 interceptions from Logan Ryan, 4 from Adoree Jackson, 3 from LaShawn Sims, 2 from Kevin Byard, 2 from Avery Williamson, 1 from Jonathan Cyprian. So, the defense played well. Mike Vrabel, he's not an offensive-minded coach. Again, I'm not going to lie. I don't get the Mike Vrabel signing. If you're a Titan fan, bringing him in to be your head coach, you should get someone that can more so do the most with Marcus Mariota and this offense. But, we do have that spread carrot dangling out in front of us if we ever want to change to that. If we have another season this bad, I might have to do it earlier than the 5th year of the rebuild. MVP went to Phillip Rivers. Okay. AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Tom Brady. We had, obviously, no one would have made it. Defensive Player of the Year went to Melvin Ingram. No Titans. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Deshaun Watson. with Taywan Taylor coming in number 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Chase Allen of the Dolphins. Dory Jackson with 4 picks coming in number 7. I personally think he got slept on a little bit there. But anyways, not the first season that we won, especially considering on paper this should have been a playoff caliber team. And really, I guess losing Eric Decker might have made it a little different. But we were 1-6 at the halfway point with a 4-3 defense. So we switched, and obviously we were able to win 3 games down the stretch. But either way, we weren't going to have a winning record. So, yeah, let's jump into the offseason. Try to turn this ship around. I'm recording this the Friday before the Super Bowl, so in 2 days it's going to be Super Bowl. And this is how it played out. The Patriots and the Eagles met in this Super Bowl, and the Eagles won 31-27. Just in case this is what happened. Didn't someone say this happened last year? Like, didn't I have the exact score of the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl last year in one of my rebuilds or something like that, and became a little bit of a meme? So there you go, just in case. It could be a retroactive meme because it happened obviously after the Super Bowl. But there you go. Come on, Eagles, fly, baby. A very good draft class. So we're going to show you a quick peek of them before we modify them. So in the first round, we had an 80 overall defensive end. That is a scheme fit with a quick dev. Very nice. I think we might make a Mo Hurst from Michigan. We traded our second round pick for a future 1st and 5th for the Cincinnati Bengals because there's like no one on my scout board in the second round that I wanted. So I was very surprised to see that we can get a first round for a second. We got 77 center here. I think normal dev. In the third round, sorry, 73, 77 right guard. We got a 78 wide receiver here in the 6th with a quick dev. All in all, very good draft class. Now let's proper these guys up. All right, so here's our draft class. I decided actually to go with Christian Wilkins from Clemson, just because more of a size fit. This guy, the prospect that we had, I didn't want to modify his weight. Wilkins is much closer to 300 pounds. Mo Hurst is closer to 270 than he is 300. So we're going with Christian Wilkins, who's incredibly dominant, and hopefully exactly what we need. Our third round pick, 78 overall normal dev center. We made it Mason Cole from Michigan. Guy's very, very versatile. Can play inside and or outside. Fifth round, our other guard, we made it Isaiah Wynn from Georgia. Very fire. And then with our 6th pick, our wide receiver, 78 quick. We made it DJ Chark from LSU. 6'4", 201 burner. Interested to see how he's going to cover the role. Maybe he makes the older Rashard Matthews a little bit expendable when it comes to roster cut time. I don't know yet. I don't really know how much money we're going to save. But ultimately, 1 draft in, 1 very successful draft class. Let's see if we can beat 4 wins next year. I got picks on the mind because we're going to have 2 first rounds, I think 2 second rounds as well. Next year's draft class should be off the chart. All right, so as we get ready for season number 2, the offense stays pretty much the same. I didn't really know I didn't realize that Matthews was an 84, so I'm not gonna pop him out of the starting gig yet. But Chark is waiting his opportunity to make it onto the starting core. Offensive line, Luan's up to an 88, Conklin's up to an 88. We have Cole and Wynn both starting on the offensive line. Cole is a center by trade, but we kind of need help here at left guard, replacing Quentin Spain, so that's what we have there. Walker's a 94. A 4-point regression is not so hot, but luckily Jonnu Smith definitely, he could develop into like an 80 by the time Delaney steps away, so we might not need an immediate replacement at tight end. Defense is where it gets a little bit interesting. We are going to stay with the 3-4. We learned our lesson. We got 90s. Our linebacking core looks nice. We signed Derek Rivers as a late free agency signing. He was I think he was like the 2nd pick of the Patriots. Wasn't a 2nd round pick, but the 2nd pick of the Patriots in the 2017 draft. He's a 78. Dory Jackson's up to an 85. Wilkins will be starting at left defensive end. Daquan Jones up to an 87 overall. Looking real nice right now at defensive tackle. And Ryan coming off 6 picks up to an 85. So all in all, still a very strong defense. Hopefully Mike Vrabel's unit can get it going. And we could do much better than 4 wins here in year number 2. I'm just going to show you this right now. No shenanigans. We're 8-0. Right? Okay. So looking at some contract signings. So Delaney Walker, 94. I feel like he's only going to he wants a 3-year deal. There's no way he's playing always. We don't have an immediate. We're going to resign with Delaney Walker. We have good cap space. That's one of the things that's kind of good for Titans, a team that are a playoff team. They do have one of the better cap situations. Luan needs to come back. Matthews is interesting. I personally feel like because he only has a normal dev, we might let him go. Then again, I haven't checked the stats yet to see. He might be balling out. We might need to make that a immediate priority. But Walker will come back. Luan will come back. Obviously, we're going to need a rock and roll with Marcus Mariota. And Arakpo's interesting. I think Arakpo might be the only guy here that hits the open market. Maybe Rashard Matthews. You might wait till the end of the season. But how much cap do we have? We have $74 million in cap. But I really want to get DJ Chark out there. I think the younger wide receivers might be the better option. Saving 30 mil. But I think we're just going to get Delaney, Luan, and Mariota right now. All right, so here we are at season's end. And my God, 12-4. We went from 4-12 to 12-4. I don't know how that is. We're the number one seed. We went from the third pick overall to the number one seed. We'll just prove that there's no shenanigans, no Chip Kelly like rebuild wins here. Okay. That just goes to show you, man. It's you want to try to take the game seriously. And I know a lot of people out there might take the rebuild process, not necessarily have to be a YouTuber, a lot serious, like when it doesn't work. Plus, I rage my own fair amount when things don't work out well. But it's so fluky, man. Like, this team is not 12-14. Like, I've had 99 overall teams that have not gone 12-4. So, but anyway, shout out to Marcus Mariota. Because he didn't really ball out last year, we signed him 4 years, $50 million. We didn't have to pay him $100 million franchise QB numbers, but he put up one hell of a season. 3,600 yards. 32 TDs, 11 touchdowns. That is good enough for me. We didn't even go with the cheesy spread offense either, and we're still winning. Derrick Henry, 1,400 yards, 6 TDs. We got 10 TDs here from DeMarco Murray. As far as receiving is concerned, Taiwan Taylor, 1,000 yards, 10 TDs. We got 1,006 from Matthews. We're going to go with the bold... we're going to go with the bold decision, and I think we're going to let him hit the market. We're going to let him hit the market because it's going to be time for Corey Davis to take a much bigger role with this team. Walker got 9 TDs. You know what? I'm gonna gamble on DJ Chark. Shout out to all the LSU fans. Lindquist out there. I know he likes him. Offensive line played well. On the defensive front, we got 114 tackles here from Avery Williamson, as well as 4 sacks and 2 picks. He had a great season. For sacks, 16.5 from Jarrell Casey. So definitely benefiting from the 3-4. Who would have thought? 6.5 from Brian Arakpo, 4 from Williamson, 4 from Christian Wilkins, our rookie. 3.5 from Rivers, 3 from Daquan Jones. And on the interception front, we got definitely a drastic drop off in interceptions. Only 2 from Wilson, 2 from Sims, 1 from Arakpo, 1 from Ryan. That's 5 less than he did last year. We got no picks from Adoree Jackson, no picks from Kevin Baird, which is not hot. Not hot at all. Look at the yearly awards. MVP went to Aaron Rodgers. Oh, man. He didn't even make that. But I did see... Coach of the Year went to Mike Vrabel, so that should definitely help us out with the XP, getting some boosts there. AFC Offensive Player of the Year with the Le'Veon Bell with Marcus Mariota coming in at number 9. Defensive Player of the Year went to Brian Cushing, Jarrell Casey coming in at number 3. Avery Williamson coming in at number 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year, lots of Browns. Lots of Browns. 1, 2, 3, 4 Browns made the Offensive Rookie of the Year shortlist. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Lane St. Louis. Cool name. Pretty dope name, to be honest with you. Christian Wilkins coming in at number 7. I was actually going to draft this guy. Marco Stiff. He's an 81 linebacker. We just didn't really need one. I didn't want to draft Wesley Woodyard's replacement that soon. So we have a first-round bye, which is pretty nice. Let's just see who we're playing on in the divisional round. Please not the Jags. Oh, it's the Jags. Okay, because it's only year 2, obviously we're going to have to... This is one of those things in retrospect. If there's a way I could video edit it and just make it show that if this goes to a year 5, we've yet to win the Super Bowl, and I just decide, oh yeah, we're 12-4, we're just gonna play the moments. Let the team building try to take over, and we're gonna get it bodied. This might be our only playoff Super Bowl push. But my confidence is with Marcus Mariota on this one over the very talented Jags defense. Is this a rivalry? I know they're in the same division. I don't really think the Titans and Jags have that much going on. Anyways, let's jump into the sim here and pray to the sim gods that it hopefully can help us win. Please, sim gods, help me win this game. There we go. We're done our prayers. Let's see what can happen here. At home against the Jags. It's a quick turnover already. The Jags are, oh my God, we're going to get bodied, aren't we? Oh, no. We weren't ready. We weren't ready for this. We weren't ready for this. And we're settling for field goals like you can't do in the sim. Oh, it's not looking good. We have a good team though, man. I think this Titan team, when all said and done, especially with that contract we signed Mariota to, This is going to be a very, very strong team in the coming seasons. But obviously, oh yeah, we're getting bodied. We're getting ragdolled. 33-17 in the fourth quarter. That's just, I mean, we're making it a game here. Defense is gassing. As we lose 33-25 after being the #1 team in football. A little disappointing. We got 260 and 3 touchdowns from Mariota. Ultimately, you can't give up 33 points to the Jags offense and expect to win. Hopefully, this is not our only opportunity to make a legit push. The way the team's looking like it's going to be building. DJ Chark, for some reason, I think special teamers that make the Pro Bowl get insane. He had 41,000 XP, and he didn't even get on the offensive rookie shortlist. So I don't know how that happened. But we have, we're trending in the right direction here for the Tennessee Titans. Hashtag tighten up. Let's jump into the offseason. Fleeced. Yay. So now that I'm dipping with this rebuild slightly into the mold of the other rebuilds you find on YouTube, man, maybe there's something in it. 82, 82, 77, y'all saw that. And then in the 4th round, just went ahead and got a 7-7 combine grade middle linebacker with a quick dev, Wesley Woodyard's eventual replacement. I think this definitely goes right up there on the pedestal with some of my best drafts ever. Let's get these guys modified up. All right, so here's a quick recap of the draft class. For our first corner here, our superstar 82, I just made it Josh Jackson from Iowa. I know Josh Jackson went in the 2017 draft, or the 2018 draft, sorry. Not the 2019 draft, but it's not too often I'm going to hit with a superstar first-round corner. So, he is only a junior, so in this world, let's just act like he returned for his senior season. Our second pick is actually a guy that was rumored to be a first-round pick of the 2018 draft, but it decided to go back to Clemson for the 2019 draft. That's Austin O'Brien, 82 overall, normal dev trait. He's going to be basically sitting behind Jarrell Casey, and once he starts to slow down, he'll be able to take over. But I don't know if that's going to really be within the realm of this 5-year rebuild. Our wide receiver here in the 2nd round, 77 superstar. We made it Stanley Morgan Jr. from Nebraska. He's been heralded as a top 5 wide receiver for the 2019 draft, so I figured that looks pretty appropriate. Maybe the speed's not that far. We got 75 center. We left as is. We have modified this 4th round quick middle linebacker to make him Christian Sam, a tackling machine from Arizona State, who will be regarded as top, maybe not top, but probably one of the top 4 or 5 linebackers in the 2019 draft class, for at least inside guys. So that is nice, and he will eventually take over for Wesley Woodyard. So, pretty good draft. Actually, we'll just ignore let's just show you I can't hit on all my picks. We can't hit on all money, but 282s and a couple superstars. It's a good day. It makes up for being one and done in the playoffs, I suppose, even as the #1 seed in the NFL. So let's jump into year number 3. So as we get ready for our 3rd season, we made some moves in the secondary, which we'll showcase in just 1 second. Mariota's up to an 87 overall. Henry, 90. Our wide receiver core looks younger and very, very beastly. Chark's an 86. Taylor's an 85. Davis 85. We got Stanley Morgan with that nice little dev trait. Is he a superstar? Oh, yeah, that's superstar dev money. Offensive line, 88, 87, 79, 79, and 93, but win should. I think he has a quick dev. Quick dev, which helps. That's why his overall didn't go up much, because we used it to buy his dev trade. I can't stress enough when you're building and doing a rebuild. Basically, just make sure all your offensive linemen get on superstar. I would actually hold on to all your XP to build that up and get yourself, your head coach, the OL XP boost, and that's why most of my rebuilds end in year 5 with, no one below a B+, mostly A's on the offensive line. Delaney Walker, I don't know how much longer he's going to be with us, but we would still, welcome his 91 overall from the tight end spot. On the defensive side, the front maintains the same. Wilkins is up to an 85. We got Jones, 87. Casey, a 90, coming off a 16.5 sack season. Our linebacking core is not bad, but what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to move Sam to a right outside linebacker role so we can get started right away with that quick depth. But what I did for the secondary, because we have superstar Josh Jackson, our first overall pick, we're going to pair him with Adoree Jackson, the Jackson twins, if you will. We move Logan Ryan to free safety, where he's an 86, and Byron over to strong safety, where he takes a 1-point hit, going from a 92 free to a 91 strong. But ultimately, this is looking like a really, really good team on paper. So hopefully we once again can be number 1 seed, number 1 team in the NFL, and maybe not be one and done in the playoffs. Is that too much to ask for? At the midseason point, look at who we're going to retain. Done. Easy. Real easy. Needs to come back. Wesley Woodyard, your time is done. We do need to look at a replacement for center, I guess. That is one hole that's being created, at least by our signing decisions. But locking down these guys, it's gonna be about $100 million worth of contracts that will be signed. But like I said, especially Conklin, our 2 superstars, and then Derrick Henry, who may be the yin to Marcus Mariota's yang. It's easy. All right, here we are at the end of year number 3, and that is a wild card berth, 10-6, getting ready to go for some reason to the 9-7 Bills. Okay, looking at how we did on the year, 10-6. So competitive AFC South. The Jags are there. The Jags are the team that bounced us, and they did win the Super Bowl last year. So I guess that's always one of those I don't know what's the je ne sais quoi. I can't think of it right now. Like silver lining, the silver linings. If you lose the playoffs, as long as that team goes on to win the Super Bowl, it's a little bit less painless. As Mariota went for 4,100 passing yards, 38 TDs, which was first in the NFL, and 10 picks. Did we win the MVP with him? Maybe. Those aren't really MVP-like numbers, but running the ball, we got almost 1,400 yards and 9 TDs from Derrick Henry. No more, DeMarco trying to eat into his carries, vulturing his TDs. As Quinn, the speed back we drafted, had 6 touchdowns. Lots of fumbles, so 8 fumbles. Good God. In terms of receiving, DJ Chark, 69 catches, 780 and 7. We got 977 and 15 from Taywan Taylor. I think we can officially announce that Taywan Taylor is low-key a wide receiver stud. I think we found out that Dante Moncrief, working from wide receiver 3, was really good. I think Taywan Taylor is very much in that mold. We got 1,100 yards, 9 TDs from Corey Davis, who's balling out for us. Delaney's getting old. But look at that. I like that. John O. Smith got 4 TDs, so it's looking like maybe we can pass the baton off to John O. Smith and not expect too much of a downgrade when Delaney Walker decides to hang them up. On the defensive side, we got 127 tackles, 5 sacks from Avery Williamson. Man, he's been a beast for us. We got 12.5 sacks from Jarrell Casey, 7.5 Derek Rivers, 7 from Christian Wilkins, 6 from Daquan Jones, 5 from Christian Sam. And on the defensive front, we got 4 picks of Dory Jackson, 3 for Josh Jackson, 2 for Kevin Byard, 3 for Logan Ryan. So that is, not a whole lot of guys making plays, but our starters are, and I will take that. Quick look at the yearly awards. MVP Mariota, or is he runner-up? Oh, runner-up, classic. That's, I'm going to see what Russell Wilson. If we have the most touchdowns, what did Russell Wilson have? He had 31. He had 31 plus 6. So he had 37 total touchdowns on the year, 15 picks. Marcus Mariota had 38 touchdowns, 38, 39, 40. Oh my God, man, I don't know what it is. If I'm not using the spread offense, I'm not winning MVP. Mariota is the unofficial MVP, if you will. Look at the AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Went to Marcus Mariota. Clearly, he was a beast. Defensive Player of the Year went to Cushing. Whoa, that's kind of old. Old man Cushing, 79, won Defensive Player of the Year. No Titans made the list. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We got our backup, our speed back coming in at number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Christian Sam. Very nice. He had a quick dev, so that'd be added bonus if the game hooks us up with that superstar right at the bat. Josh Jackson coming in at number 3 as well. So it is only year 3. You know what I'm going to do from now on? Just because I'm being frustrated and we've actually lost a lot more than we've won in rebuilds. Usually year 5 is the year I will play the moments. From now on, because now we're getting to the nitty gritty, there's only 5-6 rebuilds left. Year 4 will now be the new year that I potentially take over the rebuild. But that is one more rebuild away. This is still year 3, so let's see what happens in the wildcard round against the Buffalo Bills. Alrighty, here we go in the wildcard round against the Bills. It's snowy. I don't know what that. We have a guy from Hawaii. He's probably never seen any snow in his life. A little bit worried. But our team is pretty good. We're up to an 88 overall base team, and the average age is like 26. So it's looking pretty good for the long term. But now it's a 7-7 ball game here. We're trying to get the lead to go in a half. Nice little 14-7. Thank you very much. Oh, all right. Looks like they equalized. Tied up at half, 14-14, and they have all the momentum. The first team that settles for a field goal is probably going to lose. This is a nice little shootout. 28-28. Tyrod Taylor versus Marcus Mariota. Oh, there we go. We're actually pulling ahead here. Oh, you might have spoke too soon. Oh, no way. There's 1 second left. Hey, we held on. There you go, Sean McDermott. Better luck next time as the Tennessee Titans are moving on in the wild card. 236 yards, 3 passing touchdowns from Marcus Mariota, as well as 128 rushing yards from Derrick Henry. And we are moving on back to where we lost last year. That is the divisional round, and hope to God we don't run into the Jags. I mean, maybe we could. Revenge game, if you will, but I don't know. The sim seems to be pretty favorable towards the Jag. All right, here we go in the divisional against the Bengals. I think Marvin Lewis is still there, which means we should win because the Bengals just can't win in playoff games. There we go, 7-7. They're equalizing. 14-7, looking nice. Third down alert. Okay. Oh, let's end this. I think 21. I feel pretty confident right now that we should be able to get into the championship. Did I speak too soon? Maybe not. All right, 21-14. Get ready to go up 28-14. Oh, we had to settle for a field goal. 10-point lead. We entered the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead, and now we're End of the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead, and now we're down 11. Oh, I want to play this so bad. I want to play this so bad, but also I think year 4 this team's going to be even better. So let's see if they can do it by their own sums. Oh, they did! Yes! What a win! 39-35. Alex Smith-led Bengals could not game manage their way to a AFC. So I'm still in the Eagles playoff mood. NFC. I just said it again. AFC Championship game. Marcus Mariota, 335, 4 TDs on the game, 141 yards from Derrick Henry. Mother of God. Let's get a closer look here at the box score. What do we got? Mariota, 50. Man, this is just a yards crazy game. Delaney Walker had 91 yards and a touchdown. We got a TD from Henry. 2 TDs for DJ Chark. Thank you very much. Let's go to the AFC Championship. And here we are, the AFC Championship. And yes, you can see what team we're playing. The greatest sim team in history, the LA Chargers. So I'm hoping if we can win, that just shows the great power of this team. But the Chargers are, man, they're on another level when you have to play them in the sim. So we get a 3-0 lead. They're able to convert a touchdown, which is looking pretty decent. We need to get that. There we go. I was getting ready to feel like sometimes the sim just has you settle for field goals every single drive. At least we're actually putting some points up on the board. 17-21. Looks like we're getting another shootout back-to-back weeks. Oh, big field goal. I hate the Chargers. Yeah, we'll kick the field goal. I was going to say, I hate the Chargers so much, I was going to come in and see if I could get a touchdown there, but I might have botched it. What's going on here? Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, Mark. Oh, settle for a field goal, don't you? Better get that. We go for it on 4th down. We don't get it. What's going on here? Come on. We're kicking the ball off. We're punting. We're getting turnovers. There's a lot going on. And we couldn't get the 2-point conversion. But we're getting the ball back. And we got a touchdown! We got an instant TD. Come on, for the love of God. Are you kidding me? Why do we always... I'm playing this. I'm playing this shit. I'm sick and tired of always losing to the Chargers every time we play them. I'm sick and tired of it. 6 turnovers in the game. I haven't played Madden in 3 days. I'm coming in cold. Right there, boom. We got a Taywan Taylor. Stays up. We got 1 timeout. We'll have to burn that. I probably should have done a better job of managing my timeouts. I admit it. We only need a field goal, which is kind of decent. I think our kicker has I know our kicker has a cannon of a leg, but I don't know what his accuracy is. Oh my God, right there. Right there, baby. Oh, Corey Davis. No huddle. Let's go. No huddle. No huddle. We got plenty of time here. We got plenty of time here. We're in field goal range. Oh my God, go for it. Oh! Who is that? 13, Taywan Taylor? Oh my God. Suck it, Chargers. Suck it. What a play. Oh my God. Get these nuts. Get these nuts. Is that Taywan Taylor or Corey Davis? I don't know the numbers. Probably should have. I think that's Taywan Taylor. It is. He's been a beast. He's been a beast in the sim. And he makes a play like that. 5 seconds left. We hold on. We're going to the Super Bowl, baby. 43-39. An absolute shootout victory over the sim god. I just had too much. I just can't lose to the Chargers this many times. Looking at the box score, if Rivers had a day, they had 3 picks. Gotta punish them with that. How did they get so many points? 125 yards. They had a bunch of just stupid rushing touchdowns. Taywan Taylor, 166 yards, 2 TDs on the day. Keenan Allen had himself an impressive performance. Does not matter. Defense does not matter, clearly. If you got 39 points, I'm not even going to check what your stats were. But let's go. Super Bowl bound. All right, here we go. Super Bowl time against the Atlanta Falcons. We're going to see what we can do. We turned over in the red zone. That's excellent. We make them move a field goal here. Doesn't look like a whole lot of offense is coming from the Titans as we're down 17-0 to open up the second quarter. But I guess, you can't play any worse than what we did. And we able to get a nice little touchdown for some momentum. The Falcons just marched down the field and scored a touchdown. Well, but we're trading TDs here. It's a 10-point ball game. We're trying to do a little bit of damage before the end of the first half. And we get a touchdown. What is this? We're actually playing very, very well. We settle a field goal. Game's tied 24-24. We're in the man. We're moving the ball over them. But we keep settling for field goals, which is a little annoying. This could be it. Oh, no, never mind. They're going to get the touchdown probably at some point to go up 31-24. I'm predicting. Oh, and 4th down, they get it. Fuck that. Fuck. I'm not getting plowed over like that one. They can suck it. They can suck it. That's not happening. If this would have been any other scoreline, I would have said, fine, we're taking it to year 4. But I'm not getting screwed over. No, I don't think so. I don't think so there, Chief. I'm going to hit you with that 4 vertical cheese. Because I'm sick and tired of not winning Super Bowls here in my rebuilds. Oh, right there, wide open. He holds on. There we go. We're in field goal range. I'm going to burn one of my timeouts here because I'm going to score a touchdown. I don't want to deal with any of that nonsensical, weird camera angles for kicking field goals. We're going to end this. We are going to end this. Scamper here a little bit. The toe touch swag. Two toe ins swag. You're throwing the ball 40 times. That is definitely not a Tennessee Titan balanced offense. But then again, oh, come on. It's uphill. Thank you very much, refs. We clearly don't have a Pete Morelli coaching staff or reffing staff. We got a pretty good crew. Who wants this? He's still in bounds. There we go. But no, stop the clock. All right, making a little bit more manageable of a kick. Someone told me like the hack to doing this. You go for a field goal, you call a timeout or something like that. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to cheese it that bad. That's like, oh, right there. Oh, right there, baby. We have 11 seconds, which I'm going to guess is 2 shots at the end zone. I know there's a lot of people waiting on hands and foot if I'm going to throw a pick here and lose my shit. See if we can hit old man Delaney Walker. I don't know how many more games he has left in him. Oh, what a touchdown to Corey Davis! Ice in his veins, Marcus Mariota. I'm feeling it, man. I like this Titans team. I see why all the pros in that Madden tournaments use Marcus Mariota. Oh, let's go. Took us 3 years to win the Super Bowl, baby. There's a lot of C4 influence. We're going to watch the little trophy celebration. But what I'm going to do, because I was sick and tired with the sim. We'll just sim. We'll sim the last, because we won our Super Bowl, just to see what happens year 5. And plus, we have so many draft picks for this upcoming draft. I want to actually try that out. So what we are going to do is we will go at least one more year. Maybe we won't go another full 5 years. We'll go one more year because I want to have the draft. And I want to see maybe if we can, kind of make a dynasty. That hasn't been my motto in years past. Usually, if I win the Super Bowl year 3, we just end it there. But, with how difficult it has been to win Super Bowls here in Madden 18, I think we'll just always give a nice 5-year rebuild. And how many Super Bowls you win within that, we'll just see what we can do. So, I don't want to hit A and skip any of this because for some reason, you need to, Madden, for the love of God, make it so I can skip the highlights and get right to the ceremony. Because if you hold A right now, you don't get to see your little guys there lift the trophy. But Taywan Taylor was a beast. Mariota was a beast. They're giving Derrick Henry, looks like MVP of the Super Bowl. You got sick dreads. Looks like your prototypical creator running back. Looks like Conklin and McKinley are talking. So we got Mariota, Corey Davis, Derrick Henry, and someone. Avery Williamson, who's definitely been an animal for middle linebacker, averaging like 5 sacks a season. But there you go. Let's let Marcus here lift up the old Super Bowl. The blue confetti raining. There you go. You got robbed of the MVP. Look at everything that is bad about Madden 18 this year in terms of the sim has happened. That's why I had to let this. We had the cheese in the sim. We had Mariota clearly being the undisputed MVP, not winning. 3 TDs on the day. Super Bowl champions. Let's go up into year 4 offseason. Another free agent period. We just don't sign anyone because we're drafting monsters. First round, we get a 75 superstar linebacker. Very nice. We just left his name as is. With our second first round pick, the last pick, we got an 82 overall running back, which we made A.J. Dillon from Boston College. I think he actually is like a little bit lighter than that. Probably could have done a better job with his face. But we have A.J. Dillon as one of the best freshman running backs in college today. I figured I'd show him some love. We had a 76 quick D tackle in the second round. That was pretty good. This one here, this guy here was a projected undrafted free agent, but he had 39 on the bench press, so I decided, why not? And he actually turned up being fairly decent. So overall, a great draft class, but headline with an 80 plus, especially an 82, and a superstar dev and a quick dev money. This has been very good rebuild. Not too often we have a bad rebuild with bad drafting. I don't think we might have had one so far in this year of Madden 18 rebuilds. So another good draft class to add to the list. Alright, so as we try to defend our Super Bowl championship, not a whole lot has changed on the offense. Everyone still remains a key piece, but what I actually am going to do is make sure Taywan Taylor stays in the slot. Chark's up to an 89, Henry's a 91, Mariota's a 91. Still have old man Delaney Walker, offensive line all full of A's. Conklin's now an A+. The only thing really we did that's a massive change on defense, obviously the Jackson tandem is up to 87 and 88. Wilkins up to an 88. As we move Sam, who was Defensive Rookie of the Year, we moved him from outside back inside, and we're going to go with Tepper here, our superstar first-round draft pick at outside linebacker, who's just going to hoard the XP. So I feel pretty confident. So, yeah, let's do it. All right, so here we go. We're at season's end, and it looks like once again everyone was pretty much on point as we win another AFC South title. 11-5. Taking a quick look here at the stats on the year. Marcus Mariota, 30, will round up 4,000 passing yards, 35 TDs to 7 interceptions. Running the ball 1,400 yards, 10 TDs from Henry, 14 touchdowns from A.J. Dillon. Looking like it would be just terrible to have to go up against this two-headed running back attack. Both 240-plus pound running backs. Receiving, we got almost 1,000 yards and 7 TDs for Corey Davis, 771 and 5 from Chark. 1,008 from Taywan Taylor. Old man Walker's still performing. What's his career stats looking like? Is there any way I can see that? Must be there for like tight ends by now. Oh, I forgot he did a bunch of nothing with San Francisco before he went to Tennessee. And on the defensive front, we have 111 tackles from Avery Williamson. We have 11 sacks and 14 tackles for loss from Jarrell Casey. 13 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks from Wilkins. Man, defense didn't actually play that great. 3 picks, Josh Jackson, 2 from Ryan, 2 from Adoree Jackson. The flashy numbers on defense weren't there, but hey, we got enough to win the division, which is good enough for me. Deshaun Watson won the MVP with Mariota coming in at number 4. AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Deshaun Watson with Mariota coming in at number 4. Defensive Player of the Year went to Nate Murray. Cool. No Titans making the list. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to A.J. Dillon. Very nice. Might have caught himself. He had a normal dev, maybe a quick dev or something like that. If he has that, maybe a Pro Bowl or 2. I don't know. And we had Tepper, hey, our outside linebacker, coming in at number 7 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Very, very nice. So what we are going to do, as the game always for some reason seems to freeze here, is we're just going to straight go to the offseason and get a recap of how well we do in the playoffs. All right, here we are. We are back to the Super Bowl with an 11-5 record, taking on the 12-4 Seahawks at Super Bowl Dallas. So it'd be nice to get a nice little ring there in Dallas, back to back. I got some sort of achievement. Very cool. Very cool. It looks like we did win the Super Bowl. Back-to-back Super Bowls. We'll get a quick look here at the box score, but very nice. Very, very, very nice. Back-to-back Super Bowls. 27-17, your Titans go over. Looking on the day, 255 and 2 from Mariota. Out-dueling Russell Wilson, who kept off the score sheet. Good job, defense. 113 yards from Derrick Henry. Dylan, our 82 rookie. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Backup. RB2. Like a Alvin Kamara type situation here, I guess. DJ Chark, 10 catches, 117 yards, 2 TDs. And the defensive front. Anyone have a big day? Anyone have a big day? Well, not so much. But hey, back-to-back Super Bowls. All I can say right now, let's just make it 3 in a row. Let's get the hat trick, baby. And it's just another draft from your drafting god. First round, we got a quick dev, 75 left guard. Second round, 78 superstar linebacker. We'll ignore this one. Fourth round, 78 quick. I'll just draft for the sake of drafting here. 78 quick. Fifth round, 80 quick tight end. What? We're good for, even though Delaney Walker's 97 and still playing, we're fine. Sixth round, 77 center, quick dev. And we'll just ignore that fullback pick there. Whew. We want that hat trick. Let's get it. All right, you know the team by now. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. No one's really starting. Wide receivers, Chark's up to a 90. These guys, Cole's a 91. Conklin's a 97. I think he's the highest overall on the team. On the defensive front, Josh Jackson's now up to a 90. Wilkins is fringe 90 with an 89. Avery Williamson's a 90. I mean, he's actually been a beast, man. He's been one of the, we have all the acclaim to Taiwan Taylor, but Avery Williamson has always played very well for me. Even back last year in Madden 17, he was good. So let's get that hat trick. Let's complete the dynasty. Let's get the job done. And what a perfect way to end the stream than to not make the playoffs with this team. We didn't lose anyone. We're only better. And we were last in the AFC South. So we started this first year last. And we might as well, how fitting to finish last. Again, kind of exposing the sim. Because there's no injuries. Like, if injuries are on, I can be like, yeah, maybe we just had a plague of injuries. That's usually what happens when really good teams fail to live up to expectations. Nah, just, Mariota didn't feel like playing this year. Not so hot. I mean, Derrick Henry, it's pretty standard for Derrick Henry, to be honest with you. We had Taiwan Taylor going up. Our wide receivers, like, the numbers are there for the wide receivers. I guess touchdowns are certainly down a little bit. Defensively, Williamson has been a beast. 151 tackles, 105 from Baird. We got 8.5. Sacks were down a little bit. What about interceptions? Some reason turnovers. I mean, that's not down. Just no one had a big year. But let's actually look. Now that we're reminiscing, we still won 2 Super Bowls. I'm going to have to give the game ball on defense. Avery Williamson from, that would have been 2017. Just a tackle machine. Absolute animal for us. And on the offensive side, I mean, Chark has been really solid, but we have to give it to Taiwan Taylor. Let's see these numbers. Reminisce, if you will. Because we've had him since he was a rookie. Look at that. And he was wide receiver 3 for like 95% of that. So he's definitely a guy that if you're looking out there and you're in your fantasy drafts or you're doing anything that's predominantly sim-based, look at getting yourself a Taiwan Taylor, put him in that wide receiver 3 spot. He is very, 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 very productive. Good rack as well. Like a Playboy model. Good rack. So, there you go, guys. That is the rebuild, the realistic rebuild of the Tennessee Titans. Absolute jokeable final year, but we did win 2 Super Bowls along the way. So, hope you guys did enjoy. As always, leave a comment in the comment section below what team you want to see me rebuild next. If you don't follow me on Twitter, which is @PapaXC4, a lot of times I look for feedback and do polls and stuff like that about the rebuilds there. If it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.